Hi everyone, myself Sanghamitra. Today I will discuss the fifth story, Shoot Wizard Hit Mommy, that is included in Vistas of Class 12. The story has been written by John Updike. So, who was John Updike? John Updike was a notable American writer of novels, short stories, and poetry. He was born on 18th March in 1932 in Pennsylvania in United States and was died on 27th January in 2009, very recent, in Denver in the United States. He was known for his careful craftsmanship and realistic but subtle depiction of American Protestant. He was born in a small town in middle-class family. He has written various writings, various short stories, novels, poetry, so that's why he was awarded by these awards such as National Book Award for Fiction, Pulitzer Prize for Fiction, etc. So he has written several writings, among them Rabbit Run, The Witches of Eastwick, Rabbit is Rich, Rabbit Redux, etc. So through this writing, you understand he basically wrote about animals and birds, etc. So Shoot Wizard Hit Mommy is a imaginary based story. What is it? Let's start. At first I will discuss the theme, then summary and characters, also word meaning and question answers one by one. Okay, let's see. Now let us discuss about the characters of this story. As usual, there are several major and minor characters. Among major characters, there are Jack, Joe, Roger Skunk, Claire, the Wizard, and Roger's mother. And minor characters are the Owl and Bobby. So here, Jack is the protagonist of this story, and Jack is a married man living with his pregnant wife Claire, and their 4-year-old daughter who was Joe, and their 2-year-old son Bobby. Joe. Jack and Claire's 4-year-old daughter, I have said Joe is a growing girl. She is growing taller by the day, has begun to contradict things her parents tell her. And every day Joe requested her father to tell different stories. Roger Skunk, next character. Here the protagonist of the story, Jack, tells Joe about Roger Skunk. So Roger Skunk is one type of American cat with a foul smell on his body, and he spread this foul smell when it attacks someone. Here Roger Skunk is the character of the story told by Jack to Joe, his daughter. Next, Claire. Claire here is the major character. Claire's presence is felt by Jack throughout the story, as he can hear her moving furniture in the living room under Joe's bedroom. And Claire is the wife of Jack. She was a pregnant woman. The Wizard. The Wizard is the character in Jack's story who usually presents the solution to whatever problem Roger is facing. Next, Roger's mother. Roger Skunk's mother is the Wizard antagonist and a representation for Jack of familial duty. Antagonist because he just the opposite character of protagonist, antagonist, that means. And every day you will see Jack, the protagonist of the story, who used to tell different types of stories to Jack, and these are the characters of these stories: Roger's mother and Roger Skunk. So it is though it is the imagination based story, but it is also a moralistic story. Which moral you will get, let's see at the end of the story. Next, minor characters. The owl, a character in the classic Roger story, the owl always listens to Roger's initial predicament and suggests that he go see the wizard so that the wizard can perform a spell to solve the problem. So this the character of minor character, one of the minor characters, an owl. And next, Bobby. I have told who was Bobby. Jack's 2 years old son. Bobby remains asleep for the duration of the Roger Skunk story. So let us discuss the theme of the story. The story deals with child's innocence and adults' complexes. The story is a narrative within a narrative and involves issues such as parental authority and parental prejudices foisted on children. A sub-theme of the story is that mothers are always right, which directly relates to Jack's own experiences with his mother. This is the theme of the story. This story introduces with a small family. There, a father was there, father's name Jack, and Claire the mother, and daughter's name Jo or Joan, and son's name Bobby. So it is a very happy family. Every day Joe demands to tell a story every night from her father Jack. And this family is expecting a newborn baby. So parents express their own expectations. They desire that their children should grow up as per their expectations. However, children have their own ambitions and aspirations. Now let us discuss the summary of the story. It was a Saturday evening. Every evening, Jack told his daughter Jo a story out of his head. This custom began when she was 2. It continued nearly for 2 years. Each new story was a slight variation of the basic tale. Every story had a central character named Roger, a small creature. It could be Roger Fish, Roger Squirrel, or Roger Chipmunk. In every story, Roger went to the wise owl, and the owl would send Roger to the wizard. So a basic story every day Jack told, and in each stories the basic character, common character was there, that is Roger. One day, someday Roger Fish, another day Roger Squirrel, another other day Roger Chipmunk. So every day Roger is the central character. It will be in the story. Today's story was about Roger's skunk. It was a new animal. They must talk about it at nursery school. Jack had got a new hero. He started the story. Once upon a time, in the deep dark woods, there was a tiny little creature of the name of Roger Skunk. It is the beginning of the story. This Roger Skunk smelt so bad that none of the other woodland creatures would play with him. They called him Stinky Skunk, and then they would run away. Roger Skunk would stand there all alone. 2 little round tears would fall down from his eyes. Little Jo could already guess what would be the storyline next. She asked, "Won't he see the owl?" Jack continued, "There lived a big wise owl in the tip top of a tree." Roger Skunk told him his pathetic tale. The wise owl advised him to go to the wizard. Actually, Roger Skunk, it's a typical animal. I have said it spreads a very foul smell when it attacks anything, attacks on something. So no one would play with Roger Skunk. So it is the main theme of this story. Next, what happened? Let's see. At last, Roger Skunk came to a little white house after crossing the dark woods. and the swamp. A little old man came out. He had a long grey beard and a pointed blue hat. That person, I think, wizard. Roger Skunk told the wizard how all the little animals had run away from him. He smelled very bad. The wizard asked Roger not to get very close to him. Inside the house, all magic things were jumbled together in a big dusty heap. The wizard demanded 7 pennies. Roger had only 4. He started crying. The wizard sent him to a magic well, where Roger found 3 pennies. He took them back to the wizard. The wizard was happy and made him smell like roses. Wizard just transformed its smell from foul smell to a smell of roses. So it's a very good smell. He ran out into the woods. The other creatures gathered round him because he smelled very good. They played various games the children used to play. They played and laughed all afternoon. Then it began to get dark. Then all ran to their mummies. That means mother. Roger Skunk's mummy asked him what that awful smell was. Roger replied that he himself smelled like roses. The wizard made him smell like that. She told Roger that they were going right back to that very awful wizard. Skunk protested that all other animals would run away. She said that she used to smell the way a little skunk should have. They went to the wizard. She hit the wizard right over the head. The wizard said, "Okay." Roger Skunk smelled very bad again. He no longer smelled like that of roses. So Roger Skunk's mother protested about it. Whatever happened with Roger Skunk, just his smell changed into roses smell. That's why his mother, because his mother did not accept it as a reason, she just used to we used to take this type of smell from Roger Skunk. That is used to be so. She again went to the wizard with her son, and then just told again to change its smell. And Joe was surprised. Joe means the daughter of Jack, and this is the full story. Already story is going on. Jack told to Joe, and at that time Joe was surprised to hear this story. She felt that Roger Skunk would again be lonely. According to her, Mother Skunk was wrong and the wizard should hit her back. Jack continued with the story. Both mother and son returned home. Mother Skunk was very happy because Roger smelled like a skunk again. Eventually, all the animals got used to his smell and did not mind it at all. So again, Roger Skunk got back its natural smell, a very bad smell. That's why no animals just played with him again. That was happened, and that is told. This story was told by Jack to Joe. At that time, Joe realized Mother Skunk did this action. It was not fair. It was very unfair. So. She just the wizard should hit Roger Skunk's mother back. It is the story. Joe still could not relate to the story. She called Mother Skunk stupid. She asked Jack to tell her a story in which the wizard hits Mother Skunk. Jack tried to reason with her and told her that Roger Skunk loved his mother very much. Mother Skunk knew what was right for her baby. Jack told Joan means Joe, to have a rest and stay on bed. He praised her as a good girl. Jack closed the door and went downstairs to his wife. He felt guilty, looking around at the work she had completed. he found himself stuck in an ugly middle position. Towards the end of the story, we get a glimpse of the marital tension between Jack and Claire. Claire, the mother of Joe. Though Jack watched his wife work, he did not help her. He felt that both of them were caged together. He did not want to speak to her, work with her, or touch her. Because you have known Claire was a pregnant woman, they were expecting a newborn baby in their family. So at the time Jack repented. He did not give any time to just to her wife, did not spend his time with his wife. So that's why Jack repented for that. So, which message you got from this story? Actually, this story, Should Wizard Hit Mommy, addresses important moral issues. It deals with the idea that parents know what is best for their children because parents love their children the most. One should not look for instant solutions to the problems in life. One should wait patiently for acceptance from friends. I think you have understood what is the moral. This title, Should Wizard Hit Mommy, I think it is justified because the story revolves around the questions of understanding. In this story, the daughter means Joe, desires for an ending where the skunk is somehow made acceptable to his playmates. However, the father has ended the story where the skunk's real self remained intact. Joe thought, according to the Joe, the mother skunk should be punished. So that's why the title the author has given, Should Wizard Hit Mommy. The wizard should hit the mommy. So that is the title. That's why the title is justified here.